Warning, despite the subject matter at the focus of these videos, my reviews are not intended for viewers under the age of 13, so if you're not of age, turn off the video now. Are they gone? Great, let's get to the intro already.
Somebody's cruising for a bruising.
Well, no matter how bad this season gets, at least these episode titles are keeping me entertained, and no, I'm not hitting the panic button just yet. We've only had 2 strikes on the season so far. This may sound delusional, but I'm going to keep my optimism until Beast Morphers strikes out. Granted, that could be sooner rather than later, considering that this episode sounds like it's the most filler thing ever, and my big complaint about the last 2 episodes is how the morals connected to those filler plots were handled. However, it's not like recent Power Rangers seasons haven't done episodes like this in the past. I mean, we had the Redbot episode in Ninja Steel, and the Tensu episode in Megaforce, so maybe this episode will be more in line with how those were handled. Not connected to any major plot thread in the slightest, but still enjoyable enough for an early season episode. All I'm hoping for at this point is an episode that won't irritate me, and now that I have my expectations in order, let's take a look at Power Rangers Beast Morphers, episode 27, Cruisin' for a Bruisin'. The episode opens with the Beast Bots helping the Rangers target practice by incorporating a friendly competition. Round 1 uses stationary targets that the Rangers take down easily before Smash tells them round 2 is much tougher. However, Cruz can't remember where he put the remote for round 2 until Devin tells him he's holding the remote, which embarrasses the other bots. Round 2 introduces a moving target that is so difficult to hit the Rangers think it's impossible, but when Cruz steps up to the plate, he hits the target with ease. This impresses the Rangers, especially Devin, who suggests Cruz join them in the field against Tronics and Robotrons. But the other Rangers are hesitant because Beast Bots weren't designed for ground fights. Eventually, Devin convinces Nate to make Cruz some blasters for field battles, but only on the condition that the Beast Bot takes combat training. While the Rangers are talking, the moving target Tronic leaves the room on its own and runs into Ben and Betty, who are complaining about their mop duty. At first, the two try to capture the bot, thinking it's a real Tronic, but after they crash, they decide to turn the hunk of junk into a mopping machine. Cut to the fortress, where Scrozzle has a new plan, having been put in charge by Evox, who's away pretending to be the mayor. Scrozzle makes a Robotron that can upgrade itself by absorbing any form of technology and plans to sick it on the Rangers. Later, Nate gives Cruz his new wheel blasters before Commander Shaw calls about a disturbance, and while Cruz and Devin are ready for action, Nate tells Devin that his Beast Bot still needs combat training. Devin ignores the Gold Ranger's warnings, saying he'll watch out for Cruz, and all 6 heroes head out for battle. The Rangers find Digitrons scarfing down random pieces of tech, so they morph into action with Cruz ready to unleash the Beast Bots. Digitron sends Tronics at the Rangers, and during the fight, Cruz holds his own with his sharpshooting skills and Devin by his side. However, when Devin and Cruz get separated, Digitron forces Cruz to drop his blasters and goes after his next meal. Cruz is unable to hold off the Robotron and calls Devin for backup, but the Red Ranger gets held back by Tronics and can only watch as this happens. Well, shit, that's not good. Enraged, Devin tries to take down Digitron by himself, but is quickly knocked back along with the other Rangers. As a last resort, Devin tries to capture the Robotron so the team can figure out how to get Cruz back, but Digitron teleports away. Devin blames himself for what happened to Cruz, despite his friends trying to make him feel better, and Steel even makes a joke about how he would have been the perfect catch for Digitron if Cruz wasn't there. Then again, maybe that wouldn't have worked out so well, with Steel being half human and all. Devin says he's not going to feel better better until they get Cruz back, but Ravi wonders how they're going to do that since Digitron is stronger now that he's absorbed Cruz's technology. This gives Devin an insane idea, telling the other Rangers they can combine with their Beast Bots to power them up like Digitron did so they can face off against the robot. Nate says Devin's idea is complex but doable, adding that if he can find a way to digitize the Beast Bots, he can reverse the process and rescue Cruz from Digitron's clutches. Back at the fortress, Blazebot and Roborox give Digitron a pep talk so we can feel like at least some time has passed before we cut back to the Rangers. Nate gives Zoe and Ravi keys to digitize their Beast Bots before giving Devin a similar key so we can extract Cruz's data from Digitron and oh hey, he finally got an assistant. Wait, I'm not supposed to be talking about that. Nate then introduces Beast X visors that the Rangers can use to turn the Beast Bots into armor that will amplify their beast powers, but while the visors are being charged, the alarm signals Digitron attacking the city. Nate tells his assistant to let them know when the visors are ready, while the Rangers head out to hold off Digitron for as long as possible. The Rangers morph into action, and during the fight, Devin shoots off Digitron's absorbing tool, but that's all the Rangers can manage as they keep getting their asses kicked by this thing. However, Nate soon gets the message that the visors are ready, and after Devin equips the visor, the other Rangers help to hold Digitron so the Red Ranger can get Cruz back.
Activate Beast X mode!
Biomerge Digivolution. Biomerge activate! Human Biomerge 2!
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Ravi and Zoe also join in the fun by activating their Beast X mode, so Digitron calls on Tronics, and while Steel is ready to help, Nate stops his brother since he can't resist seeing the Rangers' new mode in action. As mentioned earlier, Beast X mode amplifies the Rangers' beast powers, with Devin now able to teleport, Ravi becoming an earthbender of all things, and Zoe can literally walk on air. These abilities not only help the Rangers defeat the Tronics, but also make Digitron easy pickings before Devin uses his Cheetah Charge to finish off the Robotron. After the fight, the Beast Bots reform to celebrate the team's victory, but at the fortress, Evox returns to yell at Scrozzle for his failure. The General wonders how Evox could have found out about that before realizing Blazebot and Roborox tattled on him, but that's not important right now since Evox says he needs Nate, the Gold Ranger, for the next phase of his evil plan. Back at GB, Cruz gives his blasters back to Nate, saying he prefers helping Devin in Beast X mode, before apologizing to the Red Ranger for letting him down. But Devin says Cruz has nothing to be sorry about since he pushed the bot into fighting when he wasn't ready. The two then hug, which calls for a celebration in the form of a giant confetti popper, and when Ben and Betty respond to the loud noise, they say they can clean up the mess with their mopping robots. However, the bot soon chases after everyone because they're all covered in confetti, and the episode ends with Cruz shooting the bot to smithereens. This episode is solid, and as you guys know, I'm a sucker for good Power Rangers content, which is what this was. I am so happy that we have a proper Battleizer introduction in this show that actually focuses on the Red Ranger, something we haven't had since Dino Supercharge. Honestly, it's quite refreshing, since that's been my big hang-up with a lot of bad Battleizer episodes. Even Red Fury Mode's introduction wasn't handled this well, and I'm a little annoyed that the show basically threw that together just to hold the audience over before we got to this episode. But who knows, maybe with this being the Team Battleizer, Devin will use Red Fury Mode somewhere down the line, sporadically like Jaden did with the Shark Saber in Power Rangers Samurai. However, I'm fine with never seeing Red Fury Mode again, since this episode does a much better job at building on established relationships to make the Battleizer reveal satisfying as hell. Devin, being the competitive gamer he is, insists on Cruz joining the Rangers in a fight, and is only thinking about the bot's talent as a shooter, rather than his inexperience in hand-to-hand combat. However, when Cruz gets taken by Digitron, Devin is smacked with another harsh reminder that this is real life and not a video game. Importantly though, Devin only wallows in self-pity for a little bit before his gamer instincts kick in once again, and he comes up with the plan to power up the team and save Cruz in the process. The other Rangers hesitate to put Devin's plan into action because Season 1 firmly established the Beast Bots as the best friends of the Rangers, but ultimately they're all rewarded when they activate Beast X mode mode and get to fight with their robotic partners. The only part of this episode I didn't completely love were the villains, and that's only because the plan is so simple. Scruzzle just throws a Robotron at the Rangers that has the ability to get stronger, while Evox is somewhere doing something. However, I'm going to give that a pass for now, since it's clear something bigger involving Nate is planned for next time. Overall, this is a good episode that finally gives me the Battleizer introduction I've been wanting for years. The hero characters are all used perfectly, save for Steel, who was a little out of place here and there, but Beast X mode is so cool, I can forgive the episode's very few flaws. So I'm proud to say this is an episode I highly recommend. I'm Nick, aka IronBat1993, and may the power protect you.